I have to delete it up on all this other shit too. I don't know if you can go into Kick and... Let's see if it kept anything. Deleted. Now this one. Alright. Watch, I go on there and then it shows my card again. Alright, so I have the campaign, but first things first, I want to learn the F4. So now I know how to start the... I think I know how to start the frickin' F4. We're gonna go to the Wizzo one now. Thank you for not looking. And of course, DCS just decides to stop working. Of course it did. Test 1, 2, 3. Test. What's up, you sexy son of a bitch? Do you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Test. What the f... Testing. Fuck's sake. Testing. 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 Let's try it again on the Discord. Just get... I don't care. Test. Test. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, what's up? Testing. What's up, you sexy motherfucker? Hell yeah, you are. Yeah, I ended up, I fucking went in and just deleted the vids real quick. That's a good thing about having like 2 people watch you at any given time. Or I'll be looking for like my friends, knowing them, they'll end up like using something with my card, but sending it to me and it being like a dildo or something. And then I'll be like, did I buy that? Or I'm so confused. Well, take Angels 1.2, wind level, cleared downwind, reported beam, heading whatever. Slam your mom on the deck. I would. I just bought Fear the Bones and Speed and Angels. That is jam. F-18 Bubba. Like an explosion. Alright, here we go. Nobody came back. I had 4 viewers. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You know, I have nothing against the Japanese, but when I'm playing the F4, it'd be cool if I had like a, I don't know, American F4 cut screen. Yeah, it's a Japanese big red dot with a little froggy on the tail. Again, nothing wrong with the Japaneses, but American.
Please wait until your aircraft is ready.
Dude, nobody does stuff like Heapler. Nobody. Just the way they do their training missions and interaction.
Welcome.
Yep,
I'm
but
Vulture, and I'll be your instructor for this
They
lesson.
went next level with the
Today,
F4.
you will learn the starter procedure for the F4E Phantom II, focusing on Wizzo tasks. We are cold and dark.
You really should.
and
I'm
we will
learning the
accomplish
F4 now,
these
finally.
procedures. Before electrical power, after electrical power, and interior check. Okay, let's begin with the before electrical power procedure for the Wizzo. During this, you will check that the most important controls are set to off, safe, or normal before you apply external power. In cooperation with the crew chief, a few controls have been set to incorrect positions for training purposes. Therefore, you have to carefully check all systems.
Don't bring him
Put
into
your helmet
this.
on. It's located on the right canopy rail.
I like him very much. He know help me hit curveball.
Okay. Now check
Movie
all
line.
systems and controls carefully according to the following procedure. The related controls in the cockpit are highlighted for better recognition, which will be removed one after the other once you've set them correctly. Meanwhile, I'll perform the before interior check procedure in my
I
own
did.
cockpit.
I got
Be aware that I
Fear
will
the
explain a
Bones
few
and
things
Speed
to
and
you
Angels, but
about
I'm still
some of the
learning the
steps
F4
along the
today.
way. Now, start with verifying that the chaff and flare control knobs are in the off positions. My throttle levers are fully apt in the off position. Confirm that yours are also off by pressing spacebar, then continue on your own.
What? I own many campaigns. I did. Oh no, after that I was fixing stuff, so again, people really didn't miss much. So the pins, yeah, the pins were bent. Or the connecting pins, where the pins connect into the female. The base connector. Alright, the base, female. The Mark III Virpil base. And what plugged into them on the joystick, one of the pins got bent.
Because in DCS, in the rear cockpit, none are clickable.
It happens to me all the time. It's called, on this occasion, I have no idea. It's why whenever you get the joystick, you unscrew the collar, and you take those two screws out so that way it can rotate freely. The thing is, on this extension I got from QR4 Rigs, they're also that way. So when I was plugging it into the base, I had both of them rotating freely, and it kept getting disconnected. Well, if you learn about me a little bit, you'll see if something bad's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Regarding the check of publications and flight data, generally speaking, you can check the following sources: the mission briefing and the kneeboard pages.
Task 1. Before electrical power procedure completes.
I don't know, but I fucking like it.
I did my checks already, and therefore I will use hand signals to ask the...
I'm actually making money on it. So you are supporting me. You're a good shit. Dude, I started the stream and then immediately it was like, oh god, I have to shit. See, this guy gets it. This guy fucks.
External power. Okay, ground power is now connected. I'm setting both generator switches to external on in order to supply the electric buses. Okay,
That's what happened. That fucking blows. Pretty much every shit is an emergency.
buses should be supplied by external power.
Yep, I haven't put it through its paces yet, but I love heat blur, and that's what I'm doing.
In your cockpit, they should now show 3 wheel symbols. Confirm this by pressing spacebar.
The only thing I don't like about it is how much the individual components in the pit shake. I'm like, did they really shake that much?
Let's perform the after electrical power procedure for the Wizzo. With the ground power already connected, this procedure basically prepares the aircraft for the INS. First, on the right wall of your cockpit, set the instrument ground power switch up to the test position. This enables external electrical power for the aircraft instruments.
I like how Heat Blur even put a little sticker that said in-op. We don't have to worry about the tooltip. No, I'm just talking, like, if you look and you're playing high Gs, whatever, there's a couple components that are just shaking violently. But, like, by themselves. Not the whole cockpit, but by themselves.
Good. Now, rotate the navigation computer. Now you can rotate the INS power control. For this lesson, we will skip the wind counters. Just to let you know, with these 2 knobs, you can manually set the wind velocity in knots and direction for the flight. These values are utilized by the nav computer in the air data mode. Next, check the variation counter display, which shows the magnetic variation for your map area. You may use the magenta-colored compass rose on the F-10 map. check that the position update switch is set to normal, the middle position. This makes the position counters being updated based on the Next, check the position counter display, which shows the present aircraft position. You may use the F10 map again to compare the longitude and latitude values with the real aircraft position. If you need to change the values, rotate the knob located just right of each display. Note, the same applies as for the variation. Any change must be done before an INS alignment. Confirm the settings by pressing spacebar.
4155. Yep, they good.
Now we will use the target counters to enter two turn points called Target 1 and Target 2. Target 1 will be Kobyletty Airfield, and Target 2 will be Vaziani Airfield. Be careful when following my instructions. It's important to avoid setting the NAVCOM function. Okay, we'll start with Target 2. Rotate the NAVCOM function selector to Target 2, 2 right clicks, and use the latitude and longitude knobs to set the coordinates of Vaziani, which is north 4138, east 4502. Confirm your settings by pressing spacebar. Rotate the NAVCOM function selector to reset. 1 right click. This saves the coordinates for Target 2.
What are you fucking doing, DCS?
Good. Now, rotate the NAVCOM function selector back to standby with 3 left clicks. Now we will set Target 1. Rotate the NAVCOM function selector to Target 1, right click, and use the latitude and longitude knobs to set the coordinates for Kobyletty, which is north 4156, east 4152. Leave the NAVCOM function selector in position Target 1 from here on. Confirm your settings by pressing spacebar. Good.
That was fun.
The final step of this procedure is to prepare for the briefed INS alignment method. Generally speaking, 2.5 alignment methods are available in the FRE. The INS full gyro compass alignment and the INS stored heading alignment. Another, more or less very basic alignment method is the INS fast bath alignment. For this lesson, we will perform the INS full gyro compass alignment. and we have everything set accordingly. Anyway, here are some more details about the other alignment methods. If a stored heading was available, which for this lesson is not, the red guard on the heading memory gyro comp switch would be raised already, and the switch below the guard would be in the heading mem position right after spawning. A stored heading would only be available if the jet wasn't moved after...
Task 2. After electrical power procedure completed.
Good. While the INS is warming up, we will perform the interior check procedure for the Wizzo. This procedure prepares the cockpit for the flight and configures all systems accordingly. The idea is, before starting the engines, to test all mission-critical systems, but then turn them off again in order to avoid power transient when switching from external power to the generators. If any system doesn't work during the test, it will most probably be a no-go situation, and you either try to fix it, which is very unlikely, or go to a spare jet. Nevertheless, in this lesson, the bird is configured to work as expected. Of course, only if you treat her like a lady.
Wow, these briefing sheets, these knee boards are fucking amazing. So, create shortcut, what I want. What I want. I already got shortcuts.
First, adjust your seat height by using the switch on the right bottom of the seat. Next, let's take care of the communication control panel and the TACAN control panel on the aft section of the left console. Find them and give me a spacebar when you are ready. Regarding comms, we will use preset channel 5. Furthermore, make sure the mode select switch is placed in the preset position. Also, turn the volume knob fully up. Finally, turn the function selection knob to position TR plus G, and then let me perform a comms check call with the tower by pressing the spacebar. I have comm. Kobe Lady Tower, Dodge 1-1, ready for engine start. Radio check on 262.00. Kobe Lady Tower, Dodge 1-1 reads you 5 by. Hey Walter, you old nest dweller. Nice to hear you too. You're probably just waiting to screw somebody over again, eh?
We don't care about startups, by the way.
Okay, back to work. Leave the UHF comms on. Power transients could indeed be an issue with the INS, but not really for the comms. Let's move to the TACAN panel. Turn the TACAN volume knob fully up. Make sure the TACAN function selector knob is in the off position because power transients during engine start may damage the TACAN. Good. Now look at the comms command light. Currently yours is extinguished, which means that I have comms command. For training purposes, you're allowed to quickly take command by pressing the small comms command button just to the left of the light. The system works in the following way. If you take command, the UHF radio uses the settings on your control panel, considering you have yours turned on. If I take command, the radio would use the settings on my control panel, considering I have mine turned on. Don't forget to give the command back to me by pressing the button a second time, which should extinguish the green light.
Whatever, there is no green light.
The principle for nav command is exactly the same as for comms command. Generally speaking, the Wizzo takes it because navigation is his responsibility, but for the moment we can skip that.
Whatever. Let's go. Time is money.
Turn both the VOR-ILS and the marker beacon volume knobs fully up. Make sure the emergency slats flaps handle is in the forward position. This ensures that I have full control of slats and flaps. Note, don't touch it as long as it is in the forward. Next, let's take care of the intercom control panel in the forward section of the left console. Find it and give me a space bar when you are ready. First, turn the volume control fully up. Then, check if the amplifier select knob is set to position norm. And finally, make sure the function selector switch is set to the hot mic position. This enables proper communications with the crew chief. Note that in the cold mic position, you can't hear the crew chief. Next, check that the emergency gear handle and the emergency brake handles are in and secure. Check that the flaps position indicators show the corresponding indications in and up, and that the landing gear position indicators show the 3 corresponding gear down indications. Before we continue with instrumentation, make sure that the yellow-black striped canopy emergency jettison handle is placed forward. Good, now let's move to instrumentation. First, check the radar scope and also the cover. You will find a wing screw in the bottom of the black cover just for the control stick if you want to remove the cover. You are free to use or remove it depending on lighting conditions. During day ops, I recommend that you leave it installed. Additionally, check that the retaining pins of the radar scope are properly installed, otherwise we would need some maintenance. Next, check and set the attitude indicator. For this, rotate the indicator's pitch trim knob to check the travel for at least -10 to +5 degrees, and then set the horizon bar level with the fixed miniature aircraft, also called the waterline.
Cool, it's off. We have power. Why is it not on?
The next step is to wind and set the clock. In DCS, it is automatically set to the current time in the mission. Remember, in the Phantom, the clock is used in several situations, such as INS alignment, navigation, etc. So make sure you are familiar with the stopwatch function, using the button at the upright corner of the clock. Reset the accelerometer by pressing the knob on the instrument. All 3 needles should reset to show, if not already done as part of heating the INS. Set the nav comp function selector knob to standby with the left click. Confirm that the canopy manual unlock handle is placed forward. Good. In the right console aft section, set the cockpit internal lights as required. Use the floodlight switch, the instrument panel lights control knob, the console light control knob, the standby compass light switch, the console floodlight switch, and the indexer lights control knob. Confirm your settings by pressing spacebar. Now perform a test of the warning and indicator lights by using the warning light test switch. It requires you to check the function of the master caution light, the canopy unlock warning light, the inertial nav sys out caution light, and the radar CNI cool off caution light.
Cool, nothing's coming on. Something's going on with this bird.
That requires you to check the intercom system, which is already set up. Since you...
Hiya. Okay. Stand by. Well, I'll leave it to these guys. I'm in the middle of something. Unless they can't do, then happy to help.
Can't hear me, one direction is already working. Give me a space bar to call me. I will reply if I can hear you.
ICS comms check. How do you read?
Read you loud and clear. Good, let's carry on. Now change over to the left console, aft section. On the oxygen quantity gauge, check if sufficient oxygen is available for the intended flight. Change to the left sub-panel and configure the oxygen system as required. This will include the oxygen mode selector set to normal, the mixture switch set to normal oxygen, and the supply switch set to on. Also make sure that the flow indicator shows alternating black and white indications, which means that oxygen is indeed flowing. And the pressure gauge is showing something between 65 and 120 psi.
Okay.
Finally, let's check the radar warning receiver. Turn it on with the power button at the lower left corner of the ALR-46 control panel. Wait until the startup checks, the blinking lights on the RWR panel stop blinking, which takes about a minute after power-up, then press the system test button for the self-test. The tests are accompanied with a sequence of oil tones and visual indications on the RWR indicator just right of the panel. The test was successful if you hear 5 short consecutive audio tones and the indicator showing the small green lines in the middle.
Did you just port over what was on the test Discord and make it look the same?
Complete, turn the RWR back off by pressing the power button again.
Task 3. Interior checks procedure complete.
Okay, the INS is already warmed up. Before starting with alignment, we will prepare the aircraft range our start. For crew members have to perform this procedure. Okay, these pins are removed and stowed. Converters are removed and stowed also. Normally, after the crew chief helps you strap in your seat, he will pull the last 2 seats and hand you the pin bags to stow in the cockpit. Be careful when you set them. Full story from the past. A young was point area. Receiving a thumbs up from the crew chief, therefore we're clear. Fire guard, okay. Checking to the right. Throttles, both my throttles are off. Confirm that yours are in the off position.
Task 4. Before starting engines procedure complete.
Okay, since everything is set up and in a safe condition, I will start the engines. I'll report important steps in between. Your task.
I am ready for engine start.
Okay, connecting air supply to the right engine.
Yes, sir. We are connected right.
Engine master switches are on. And airflow on right.
Yep, done.
%, RPM, ignition is on. Advancing right throttle. Positive light off, ignition off.
By the way, 11:30 on the east. 1 more hour to go. This is the kind of shit I like. Like, multiplayer with my boys is fun, but single-player missions and training missions, this is my jam. My lady jam.
RPM, airflow stop. Checking parameters. EGT, fuel flow, idle RPM, boost pump pressure, oil pressure, hydraulic pressure. Everything is looking good.
What should you get with the times? Get some legs that fucking work. Don't bring him into this. He already hates you. What? Why is this not working? Ugh. The mouse isn't working. BRB. Oh, sweet. I already had it set up. Sweet. Yeah, you stupid fuck. Maybe you should bitch about it, Legs. Yes! Yes! Fuck yeah! What did he say? Ah, yes. Rich DeBofa.
Yeah, ready. Okay, partial deflection. Yep, retracted.
Has anybody ever, yeah, she does. Does anybody ever done the training mission for the, F4 Rio? Whatever. Yeah, Wizzo. Because I'm stuck right now on a step. He just turned the power and the engine on, and now it's just sitting there. What? I did.
There's something you want to talk about. I'm just, yeah.
It just said checking parameters, EGT, fuel flow, and then, yeah. Oh, it's waiting for me to check the fuel flow. Okay. Heapler, you dirty tramp. Like, what the It's just saying fuel flow now. I'll turn this bitch off. I don't care. I got controls. I'm gonna use them. I just afterburned the right engine. When in doubt, thrust more. Load. Alright, so I don't... Believe me, you're all still wasting their time. Dude, I love the sound of the engines in this thing. Alright, I'm just... What the fuck, man? What do you want me to do? I also really like the, it's a momentary radio. You have to hold it forward. I like that. Okay, so he's doing everything from the... I wonder if I can just jump to the front. Nope, I cannot jump to the front. 45% RPM, airflow stop, checking parameters, and now it's just stuck on the EGT and fuel flow. I don't want to have to go through all that bullshit again. But I will. But before I do... Leroy Jenkins! Can confirm the wheel chocks, they work well. Alright, mission's borked. Awesome. Your legs. Legs. I hope you have the day that you deserve. Nope, just hope you have the day you deserve.
Please wait until your aircraft is ready.
I love that. Oof. Savage. Penis size average.
Welcome. I'm Vulture. Okay, let's begin with the before. First, put your helmet on. It's located on the right canopy rail.
Oh, kitty!
Okay. Now check all systems and controls carefully according to the following procedure. The related controls in the cockpit are highlighted for better recognition, which will be removed one after the other once you've set them correctly. Meanwhile, I'll perform the before.
It's because you stopped drinking, you fucking puss.
In the off position. Confirm that yours are also off by pressing spacebar, then continue on your own.
It's actually smart. I like in this mission that you have to turn everything off. It's not all set like it's supposed to be.
Regarding the circuit breaker panels,
Fucking
you can assume
Gib.
that all CBs are pressed in and working, because in DCS, regarding the check of publications and flight data, generally
I'm gonna play a
speaking,
game.
you can check
I'm
the
gonna
following
start just
sources:
like
the mission briefing
doing
and the
legs
deboard
impressions
pages, the training
to see if
missions
people
guide
believe
to the
I'm
employee
actually
online
legs.
manual, which is in chapter 911.
Who
Your
dat?
personal notes, if you have some. Also, in real life, we would have checked the following sources: briefing notes on our lineup card, the comms and IFF plan, weather report and NOTAMs, and IFR publications.
You are
such
so
as departure
slow.
and approach plates, IFR supplements, and en route charts.
Hey, I'm legs. I got a boner. Just kidding. It doesn't work.
Task 1. Before electrically power procedure completed.
Very good.
Legs, that was
did
me
my checks
talking.
already,
You didn't
and
actually
therefore
just
I
say
will
that.
use hand signals to ask the crew chief to connect external power.
You heard the silence. I knew he was like, was that me?
Okay, ground power is now connected. I'm setting both generator switches to external on in order to supply the electric buses. Okay, the buses should be supplied by external power now. You can tell that external power is on by the landing gear indicators in your... Let's perform
You can
the
tell
after
that that's the
electrical
kind of
power
tree it is
procedure
by
for
what
the
it
window.
is.
With the ground power already connected, first, on the right wall of your cockpit, set the instrument... Good. Now, rotate the navigation computer. Now you can rotate the INS power control. For this lesson, we will skip the wind counters. Just to let you know, with these two knobs, you can manually set the wind velocity. Next, check the variation counter display, which shows the check that the position update switch is set to normal, the middle position. This makes the position counters being updated based on the INS signal in inertia. Next, check the position counter display.
Literally just fell
Now
asleep.
we'll use the target counters to enter two turn points. Okay, we'll start with target 2. Rotate the NAVCOM function
Oh, here it comes.
to target 2, 2 right clicks, and use the latitude and longitude knobs to set the coordinates of Vaziane, which is north 4138, east 4502. Confirm your settings by pressing spacebar.
Because it hates you. Thank you for the support on that. Every time I talk to Aru for more than like 20 minutes at a time, like I'm coming away with stuff that I have to say all the time now. Like, I'm still saying, why not? Like, all the time.
Rotate the navcom function selector to reset. Good. Now, rotate the navcom function selector back to standby with 3 left clicks.
Okay.
Now we will set target 1. Rotate the navcom function selector to target 1, right click, and use the latitude and longitude knobs to set the coordinates for Kobuleti, which is north 4156, east 4152. Leave the navcom function selector in position target 1 from here on. Confirm your settings by pressing spacebar.
Nobody asked. TV penis.
Good. The final step of this procedure is to prepare for the briefed INS alignment method. Generally speaking, 2.5 alignment methods are available in the FRE. The INS full gyro compass alignment and the INS storage.
Task 2. After electrical power procedure
Good. While the INS is warming up, we'll first adjust your seat height. Next, let's take care of the communication control panel and the TACAN control panel on the aft section of the left console. Find them and give me a spacebar when you are ready. Regarding comms, we will use preset channel 5. Furthermore, make sure the mode select switch is placed in the preset position. Also, turn the volume knob fully. Finally, turn the function selection knob to position TR plus G. And then Kobuleti Tower, Dodge 1-1, ready for engine start. Radio check on 262.00.
Nice, dude. How was the conclusion?
Kobuleti Tower, Dodge 1-1 reads you 5 by. Hey, Walter, you old nest dweller. Nice to hear you, too. You're probably just waiting to screw somebody over again, eh?
That's awesome.
Okay, back to work. Leave the U. Let's move to the TACAN panel. Turn the TACAN volume knob fully up.
Fine.
Make sure the TACAN function selector knob is in the off position because... Good. Now look at the comms command light. Currently yours is extinguished, which means that I have comms command. For training purposes, you're allowed to quickly take command by pressing the small comms command button just to the left of the light. The system works in the following way. If you take command, the UHF radio uses the settings on your control panel. The principle for nav command is exactly the same as for comms command. Generally speaking, the wizard takes it because navigation is his responsibility, but for the moment we can skip that. Make sure the emergency /flaps handle is in the... Next, let's take care of the intercom control panel in the forward section of the left console. Find it and give me a spacebar when you are ready.
Oh yeah,
then, check if the amplifier select knob, and finally, next, check that the emergency... Check that the flaps position before we continue. Good, now let's move to instrumentation. Next, check and set the attitude indicator.
Yeah, that doesn't
For
work.
this, rotate the indicator's pitch trim knob to check the travel for at least -10 to +5 degrees, and then set the horizon bar level with the fixed miniature
Yeah,
aircraft.
that's not a thing.
Also, the next step is to wind and set the clock. Reset the accelerometer by pressing the knob on the instrument. All three
I can
need, if not
definitely
already
hear
done
you.
as part of
I
hitting
like
the
it.
INS, set the nav comp function selector knob to standby. Confirm that the canopy manual unlock. Good. In the right
I mean, does that
console
work when
app
your
section,
junk doesn't work?
set the cockpit internal light. Now perform a test of the warning and indicator lights by using the warning light test switch. It requires you to check the function of. The next step requires you to check the intercom system.
He's just sitting there like
which is already
pawing
set
at
up.
it like,
Since
work!
you can't hear me, One Direction is already working. Give me a...
ICS comms check. How do you read?
Read you loud and clear. Good, let's carry on. Now change over to the left console. Change to the left sub-panel and configure the oxygen system as required. This will include the oxygen mode selector set to normal. Finally, let's check the radar warning receiver. Turn it on with the power button at the lower right corner of the ALR-46 control panel. Wait until the startup checks, the blinking lights on the RWR panel stop blinking, which takes about a minute after power-up, then press the system test button for the self-test. The tests are accompanied with a sequence of oil tones and visual indications on the RWR indicator just right of the panel. The test was successful if you hear 5 short consecutive audio tones and the indicator showing the small green lines in the middle with one of them blinking. Once the test is complete, turn the RWR back off by pressing the power button again.
Then fucking don't. F4s. Nobody cares. F4s it is. S button. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Task 3. Interior check. Procedure completed.
Okay, the INS is already warmed up. Before starting the align... Okay, seat pins, fore and aft area, fire gun, throttles. Both my throttles are off. Confirm that yours...
Task 4. Before starting engines procedure completed.
Okay, since everything is set up...
I am ready for engine start.
Okay, connecting air supply to the right engine.
Alright, made it to the spot I was last time.
Yes, sir. We are connected right.
Engine master switches are on. And airflow on right.
And done.
.10% RPM, ignition is on. Advancing right throttle. Positive light off, ignition off.
Hey, why don't you get the Hercules mod? Why not? Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, who dat?
45% RPM, airflow stop. Checking parameters. TGT, fuel flow, idle RPM, boost pump pressure, oil pressure, hydraulic pressure, everything is looking good.
Okay, everything's looking good. Now what do you want to do? I wish I had better visibility of my nose gunner so you could see if he's up there wanking it. So I could watch. Oh my. Yep, this is borked. Apparently I'm the only one who is having this issue because Google doesn't have it. Or nobody else has done the mission. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Engine master switches. I got nothing. It won't get past fuel flow. $814. Where is the fuel flow indicator? Is there a fuel flow indicator back here? That doesn't help me. You're not wrong. Finally, something we can agree on. You know what that means? That's exactly what it means. The land of Nod. You can't come. Pull up, pull up. Impossible. Yeah, this is mildly infuriating. I'm just sitting here looking at the back of this fucking cockpit. Waiting for a pilot to... He said, everything looks good. Okay. So... Now, do something, dipshit. Yeah. Shit dip. Uh-oh. Ooh. Okay, good. That was a fart. That was almost not a fart. Is that because your butthole doesn't work properly? I feel like you should have known that was coming. Nothing made me say it. I just said it. You're welcome. Alright, fuck this. Might have to cut my playtime short just to go take a dizzump. Again. Thanks, man. I'll think of you while I'm having fun, whilst dumping. Okie doke. Yeah, the training mission borked, so I'm just gonna BFM.
Bandit, 12 o'clock, 15 miles, 15,000 feet, hot, hostile.
I have a new bogey, right 5, 13 miles, 15,000. Surprise! Target's a bandit.
Now I just gotta remember what button... What button switches to weapons.
We've got a bandit, flanker, 12 o'clock, 6 miles. Eight o'clock now. Seven o'clock now.
Come on, fat ass, let's do this. So with the Phantom, you want to keep it like 450? In a turn? Yeah.
Two o'clock now.
So if I go less than that, I need to extend and get my speed back up. Man, she loses speed really easily, huh?
We've got our 5 o'clock high.
Like, I'm barely pulling and she's just doesn't want to go over 300 knots. Does she suffer, like, she needs to stay down low? Nope. Nope.
new bogey, right 30 degrees, 2 miles, 14,000.
It's not a new bogey, moron. It's the same one.
He's at our 7 o'clock. One o'clock.
Doesn't help that I'm flying against an Su-27.
No IFS, target is a bandit.
So I gotta be real gentle pulling back on this thing. I'm already bleeding speed like crazy. There we go, above 400. Good thing this Su-27 sucks dick fucking pussy.
He's at our 11 o'clock.
Like, she'll pull, but she'll lose 120 knots in a heartbeat. So no turn fight. Got it. Feel free to tell me where this fucker's at, Jester.
Ten o'clock now.
That and the guns don't shoot. Unless I have to prime them or something. I'm selected. Yep. I fired sidewinders at this fucker already.
Get him! He's right in front of us! He's at our 12 o'clock. He's at our 9 o'clock.
You left for college. Back to school. Like, for the first time? You're dead.
He's at our 7 o'clock.
Ah, you have to actually arm the gun itself. There's a button. Good to know. Now I know. Ah, got it. Back to school.
Now.
Yeah, she's pointed down even a little bit. Yeah, I'm noticing. You can turn a little bit as long as the nose is pointed down.
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock now. He's at our 1 o'clock.
Oh, do you actually put the target on it? You don't have to lead with the target? With the gun?
He's at our 12 o'clock. He's at our 7 o'clock.
And I'm out of gas. Well, I didn't die. That is something. Thank you. Master arm. I'm about to head out, my dude. It's 12:30 on the east side. I gotta take off. Wait, attempt? Attempt to land? There is no earthly way I'm making it over there with this brick. And that's how you crash with the wheels down. Yeah, man. I'm just happy you were able to hang out with me, man. I always enjoy having you around. Yeah. Oh, 12:20. That's fine. It's a good stopping point. 12:20 on the east. Whiskey's is headed out for the day. Maybe I'll get on tonight. Everybody's working tomorrow. Well, everybody. My wife's working tomorrow. Kids are going to be at home, though, not at school. Staying home for MLK Day. If I see you guys again soon, which I hope, I'll see you again soon. But if I don't, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you Tuesday. I thank you all for coming out.